What's going on, guys? Goat here. I wanted to bring you part 4 of my Forgotten Guns series. And today we're going to be talking about the Volk. In particular, I'm going to be talking more about the volk-corruption, which is one of the epic variants of this gun. This gun has a lot of different variants at this point. As you know, as the days of summer, they came out with the Volk Relic, which is the ballistic version of the Volk. So it's more like the AK-47, which this gun was based off of. I don't have it. I've never used it, so I don't have a whole lot of info there for you guys. What I've read and what I've seen as far as YouTube videos, it functions very similarly to the normal Volk, so there's not a huge difference there. It looks different. It has a different feel just based off of the ballistic version compared to the energy version of the bullet. So that's going to be the big difference there. I did hear that there's a lot of kick, but in general, this gun has a lot of kick anyway. It's hard to use at times, but the more you use it, the better it gets. And I would say, as far as attachments go for this gun, I don't really like the iron sight on this gun a whole lot, especially if I'm trying to tap the trigger and get someone at a little bit more of a distance, which I would suggest doing absolutely with this gun because it does have quite a bit of kick, but it is very powerful, especially if you put particle amp, which is another attachment that I have on there, foregrip, and quick draw. The foregrip's going to help that kick quite a bit. I would say absolutely do not use this gun without the foregrip. I found it incredibly difficult to use, but I wanted to bring up the original Volk and talk a little bit about that. I know that it may not necessarily be a forgotten gun just because of the new variant that has come out, but I think that that gun has already gone by the wayside and people aren't really using the Volk. I almost never see anybody using the Volk in any of my games, and I play quite a bit. So any gun that the community is using quite a bit, I'll see, and I almost never see this gun used, and I've really only seen the Volk Relic used a handful of times. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of info and a whole lot of experience against it or with it, but I wanted to talk about how good this gun can be. And just to kind of give you an idea of, what the corruption variant of this gun has, it does have extended range, and a huge benefit to this gun, especially as you prestige more and you're able to gain more XP per kill. This gun, for me, has 30% more XP per kill. This gun, without being prestige where I am, I think is 15, which is still quite a bit. I mean, you can do the math yourself to figure out that you're going to get a lot more XP using this gun, so that's a good internal perk on this gun, as well as increased damage range, and it stacks with particle amp. And I've talked about this in some of my other videos, how it's important to stack attachments on perks that are already there in the gun. It's just going to make that variant that much better. So use whatever variant is going to fit your play style for sure. But this gun is so good, I would suggest if you're going to be using it, you're going to want to have those attachments that I have on there. The particle amp, you're going to want the foregrip, you're going to want quick draw, and I prefer the elo sight. And when you're using this gun, almost never are you're going to want to hold down the trigger. You're going to want to tap this trigger unless someone's close up and you don't really have a choice. The more you tap the trigger, the more precise you're going to be, and the more kills you're ultimately going to get. You can certainly get people at long range. This gun excels probably in that medium range. It's not really going to stack up against any submachine gun, so don't use this on your shorter levels. You're going to want to use this on your levels that are a little bit bigger, that you're going to be able to get behind cover a little bit more. You're going to want to jump and shoot quite a bit with this gun. So keep that in mind when you're using it. If you guys want to see me do a video on this gun or a live comm video with this gun, certainly let me know. If you want me to rock some different attachments to kind of see what it's like, I would be more than happy to do that for you guys. Make sure to leave that in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Goats out.
Brilliant. Submitting mission data to headquarters.